Hi, my name is Miguel. Today we are going to teach you a few grammar basic structures. So we will start with a easy sentence that is, I call myself. I know this is in Russian, меня зовут Miguel, but don't worry about that, okay? Don't get freaking out. So is my name is Miguel. Literally is I call myself Miguel. So we have two parts in this sentence that we need to learn. The first one is the personal pronoun yo. So we have more of them. And also me, that is the one that says is I call myself, also wash myself. The actions that they're falling into yourself, himself, etc. Okay? So we go first to the personal pronouns. We divide the personal pronouns in masculine and feminine. So we have yo, tú, él, nosotros, vosotros, ellos. That is masculine or both sex. So yo, tú is for both sex. Él, nosotros, vosotros, ellos is only for masculine. Then we have ella, nosotras, vosotras, ellas. As you see, it finishes in a, so is feminine. We will see that more times. So then we go again to me. So myself. Yo me llamo is I call myself. Tú te llamas is I call yourself. Like this. Él se llama, nosotros nos llamamos, vosotros os llamáis, ellos se llaman. So when you look the books or the webs, you will see that they never write the feminine. We put the masculine, is like the generic one for both sex. You will learn more rules about the masculine and feminine. So I'm not going to write nosotros, nosotras anymore, okay? Remember, to make it feminine, you only need to change the os to us, and with él to ella. So we have three types of verbs. So as you see, whoa, where I'm going. So if we go back, yo me llamo is the verb llamar, is to call. So llamar finishing ar. So we have the first group, it's first conjugation. Then we have the verbs in like comer, beber, saber, and ir. Vivir, abrir, recibir. So if the verb is regular, it will follow a specific rules, though the endings will be exactly the same. Because in Spanish we have endings with the verbs. So in English it will be like I go, you go, he, she, goes. You know, it's like all the time the same, except with he, she, it, that it changed. But in Spanish it's not like that. Depends who is doing the action. We write the endings in other way. So remember, we have three groups, the one in ar, the one in and one in ir. You will have to write them always the same. But some of them are irregular, that we will see one later. So for the verbs that finish in ar, like amar, this to love, is yo amo, tú amas, él ama, nosotros amamos, vosotros amáis, ellos aman. So how we make the conjugation, how we put the endings. So we eat the ar, as you like it a lot, nyam nyam nyam, and we keep only am. And we add the endings. O as a, amos, ais, an. So all the verbs in ar that they are not irregular, they will use these endings. You only take the root that is am, and that's all. And you add the endings. Then we have the ones in er. As you see, the same. We have comer. So from comer we get com, because the er we keep it. We take it off. So we get yo como, tú comes, él come, nosotros comemos, vosotros coméis, ellos comen. As you see, the endings are not the same because the verb that's finishing er, they have other endings. O, es, e, hemos, eis, en. And then we have the verbs that finishing ir to finish it. So we have vivir, that if we take off ir is viv. Remember that the V in Spanish and the B is the same sound, so we have only B. Vivir, no, it's not vivir, okay? Vivir. So yo vivo, tú vives, él vive, nosotros vivimos, vosotros vivís, ellos viven. O es e, imos, is, en. So now we go to with other sentence. I will explain you more grammar. So we have, do you see this red part is like from llamo, it's written llamar. So it's like to call, is the infinitive. We call it infinitivo. So it's the name of the verb, okay? To call, llamar. So it's a verb in ar. And then we have the verb ser, is absolutely regular. Why? Because the most used verbs are always irregular in all the languages. I still remember when I studied English and they gave me like this long list of irregular verbs, and I was like, oh my god, why they're always here? Because when the people start using them, after centuries, they become irregular. Okay, so I know it's not cool, but whatever. So we have yo me llamo Miguel. It's like I call myself Miguel, or my name is, if we make the real translation. And yo soy español. Soy is to be, ser. So I'm Spanish. So we have yo soy español and yo soy de España. I can say both ways. So I can say yo me llamo Miguel y soy de España. But there is a main difference between these. And I want you to look at the word de. So if you say yo soy español, it's Spanish. If I say yo soy de España, is the country, Spain. So do you see de? It's like making you to know that it's like Spain I belong to Spain somehow. Okay, we will see this de word a lot of times with other ones that are the little namers in Spanish, like a, para, en. But don't worry, because I will teach you step by step in context. So now we have something that's really important, it's the gender of the words. We have yo soy español, ruso, francés, inglés, alemán, Spanish, Russian, French, English, German. So this is the masculine. For the feminine, we write it in different way. Española, rusa, francesa, inglesa, alemana. What do you see? What's the difference between them? So the a. The a is the feminine. The a changed the gender of the word. Sometimes the words doesn't change, like policía is policeman and policewoman. So we change the article, but today we don't see the article, we see another lesson. So we have the option, as I told you before, yo soy español, or española if you're a lady, and yo soy de, I'm from España, Rusia, Francia, Inglaterra, Alemania. We never use articles with the names. About the articles you will know later, but I want you to remember that, so we don't add them, okay? I see that mistake a lot. So yo soy profesor de español. Profesor is uchitel in Russian, but is teacher. So I am teacher of Spanish. I'm making like literal translation. So you see, ser is to be, is things you are, is inside you. So I am a teacher. So yo soy. We conjugate the verb. You can't say yo ser. Okay, you need to conjugate. So change the endings. And ser is really regular because it's one of the most used. So as you see about de, I told you yo soy de España. It's like I belong to Spain. When you say yo soy profesor de español, it's like what's about is teacher of Spanish. Okay, even if it sounds strange in English, because we say Spanish teacher in English, but teacher of Spanish. So the meaning a lot of times is of. So you can say also tú eres profesora de matemáticas. So you are a math teacher, but literal translation will be like you are teacher of matemáticas. So there we have, okay, I never sleep is true. So we have profesor is the masculine, and profesora, finishing a, is the feminine. Remember that we need to change the gender of the word. If it is possible. What happened with my tongue, my love? So nosotros somos profesores. We are teachers. There is something interesting about masculine and feminine in plurals. So if we have a girl and a boy, we use the masculine. Nosotras somos profesoras. Only if we have ladies. Do you see the endings, how they change? As. So we have nosotros changed to nosotras, and profesores changed to profesoras. This is really important, okay? We have gender difference. And the people will be they won't understand if you say nosotros somos profesoras, something like that. What's wrong? Okay, so if it's only in the case that you have two girls in the sentence, if you are a girl and your friend is a girl, and you say we are teachers, so nosotras somos profesoras, all in that situation. So again, masculine plus masculine is nosotros profesores. Masculine plus feminine is nosotros profesores. And feminine plus feminine, nosotras profesoras. And this is important to learn, the gender. If it's finishing a, or as, or whatever, if it's a, it has the vowel a at the ending, for sure is feminine. Sometimes it's irregular, okay? We have, for example, mano finishing o, so must be masculine because it's not a. But it's irregular, so it's la mano. Mano is hand. So it's like, oh crap. But we need to deal with it. So about the plurals, this other important thing. As you see, we have nosotros. It's like the snake in the end. So profesor goes to profesores. We have a consonant in the ending. So we put a es. Casa is house. Dom in Russian. You're learning two languages. That's amazing. So it becomes casas. We only add an s. So the rule is really easy. To add es if it's consonant. To add s if it's in the end. It ends in vocal. Sorry, 1 second. Oh my god, I'm still ill. So we have consonante, that is, or consonantes. The letters like L, F, M, they're consonantes, es. And if it's finishing vocal in Spanish, we only add s. So vocales or vocals are only a, e, I, o, u. If it's not that, we add es. And there is something important about this. We have libro goes to libros, coche goes to coches, moto goes to motos. So libro is book, coche is car, moto is motorbike, cuadro is what is cuadro? Like portrait, it's cuadros. And then we have avión, aviones. Do you see that something happens there? What is the stress mark? Disappear. So if the stress mark is in the ending of the word, when you make the plural, it disappears. You need to remember that the stress marks are a mistake, so you must memorize the stress marks. There are rules, but at the beginning with few words, it's better if you memorize where the stress marks fall, and that's all, because the rules are complex. So now we make the sentence even more complex. Yo me llamo Miguel y soy de España. Soy profesor de español en una escuela. So my name is Miguel. I'm from Spain. I'm a Spanish teacher in a school. Школа in Russian. Учитель in Russian. So learn 3 languages with me if you need. So we have literal translation. I call myself Miguel. I'm from Spain. I'm a teacher of Spanish in a school. So that's the literal translation. And we have the verb llamar, is to call. Then we have the verb ser, to be, and again ser. And then we have one type of article, is una, unos, unas. We will see it in the next lesson. So for llamar is a reflexive verb, so the action is falling to you. Yo me llamo, tú te llamas, él se llama. So it's like I call myself. So I can say also yo te llamo. It's I called you. I'm making the action of the verb to fall in other person that is not natural. So imagine that when you put mete se no se, the action doesn't go forward to the next word. It's like it's going to fall in other place. So yo te llamo, I do the action, so I use llamo. So yo is I, is the one I'm doing the action. Remember, llamo. And then if I put te, it's I call you. If I want to say yo os llamo, is vosotros. But as you see, as you hear, I say llamo. Okay, if you say vosotros me llamáis, so we are making the action. They are doing the action, so it's llamáis, because it's vosotros who is doing the action, but it's falling on me, me. And then we have other verbs. They are Yo soy, tú eres, él es, nosotros somos, vosotros sois, ellos son. Remember that we have the feminine. Ella es, nosotras somos, vosotras sois, ellas son. Bam! So, I just saw the video and listened to the audio and I'm like, hi, honey, my name is Miguel. Oh my god, I'm so ill. It's because I'm in Siberia, so here is the weather is a little tough and, well, sometimes we get a little ill. Or a lot. You don't believe me? I'm in Russia, bro. Come here. I'm going to show you. Come. Now is the moment of Soviet Union music. Do you see these great concrete buildings? Yeah, we're in Russia. So here is, you know, it's really hot this weather, so it's not like cold like other years. Last year we had like minus 40, so today I think it's minus 12 or 13, so it's okay, it's great. Anyways, how will work the system and how will you learn it? So you are not with the teacher now, so the best system I saw that it works for this type of students is to get sentences that you need to memorize and to know, like introducing yourself or going to the restaurant or going to the hospital, asking for directions, etc. Getting the typical sentences that you find in these books that you buy, and then with them teach you the grammar. It's not the best system because for learning a language you need to create, you need to speak the language. But, well, you're getting it for free and there is no way to do it without a teacher. So if you want proper lessons that we look more for creation and not so much about grammar, please send me an email. I can make an appointment with you and give you 63 minutes for learning Spanish by Skype. And if you're in Novosibirsk, it's not a problem. I'm here, okay, Siberia. So how will work the next weeks? I told you, we will go by context, and then in each context I will teach you the grammar. So the next day we will start with we will go to a restaurant. So I will teach you all the sentences with the proper pronunciation. I will pronounce it slower than today, and then after you know and learn these sentences, I will cut them into pieces and I will teach you the grammar of each one. So I will repeat again and again the same things, like the personal pronouns, the verb conjugations. I will tell you this is irregular, this is regular. I will show you what is en, a, para. The article is really important in Spanish. So I will tell you these small things that you need to know to start speaking or to start translating, okay? And with the end of the system, you will get A1 level for sure. Maybe not speaking, because if you don't speak, you will be really good translating and writing, but you will have problems to speak because there is a difference. The brain works differently, depends if you're speaking or writing. It's still words, but first you need to train the muscles. We pronounce the vowels in other way, and it's not, you know, in Spanish we don't say how are you, we say how are you. You need to learn that also in Spanish, to say ¿qué tal estás? No, ¿qué tal estás? Or something like that. Or if you're Russian, like ¿qué tal estás? Okay, you need to learn to make a soft language. It's the language of love, so you need to feel it. Also, we have different cultural rules, so some things that for you are okay, for us is unpolite for sure. For example, saying, if you're British, thank you 1 million times, some people can think that you are laughing at them, and sometimes not to put the hand on the shoulder, you know. How it's called? Cultural shock or something like that? Whatever. So if you follow the system, you will learn enough for having the A1 level. So what you need to do now, you must study ir verbs in present simple. The present simple, we use it for actions that we are doing now. So I'm making a video, I am making a video, is yo hago un video. I'm using the present simple. So you have present continuous and present simple. I do a video, I'm making a video.
For us, we only use one verb. Hago un video. Present simple. So you don't have to study two verbs, only one. That's good, no? In are, ir. Also, you need to study ser and star verbs in present simple also, because they are irregular, and we will use them again and again and again. And to start memorizing words connected with works, locations, part of the body, etc. But where do I find them? Okay, ask them for me, send me an email, I will send you. Okay, for free. I have like 300 words in a paper. You will memorize them really fast. So even if you're lazy and you memorize like 10 words each 3 days, at the end you will get them. Okay? So you need to work hard. It's not there are no other secrets. Obviously, it's easier if you have a teacher, and if you learn with me by Skype, you will improve ultra fast. You can get the A1 level in 3 months, when in general in schools they need 1 year, because they want to go slow. And all my students are speaking Spanish after a few lessons. I'm even teaching Spanish to Russians, and I don't know enough Russian to speak with them, so I only speak in Spanish, and they are learning Spanish. So all of them are hard workers, by the way. I don't have lazy students. So work hard, watch the videos, read as much as you can, and be careful with American webs that teaching you Spanish. Not about the Skype teachers. I'm speaking about these American webs that speak about sentences, because most of them they have a horrible, huge amount of mistakes in gender, in plurals. They write words that we don't use, etc. So see you next video, and remember to enjoy the working week. I know you love it. From Monday to Friday, the best days of the week. Bye bye.